Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to yet another edition of Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Good evening, Freddie B. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what is going on, Larry? Can't wait to talk some awesome California League action again, man. Just topping off another week of great play, and we got a huge show for us in store tonight.
Man, we got some crazy stuff today, you guys. Like, seriously, Lake Elsinore, wonderful job. My gosh. I'm sorry. Someone hit the disaster button. I'm very hard on this team. What can I say? But
at the end of the weekend, they're that much closer now. Magic number is just one game to clinch the South for the first half of the season. Seriously. They had two teams chasing them with Rancho and Ontario, and they were able to fight them off in dramatic fashion. Last night's game was fantastic.
It really was. And can we just forget about do the ports exist? I don't know. Because after this weekend, I don't think they do. San Jose made damn sure that these guys are, they beat them into the ground. So at least they salvaged one win. But anyway, with that, you guys, we have an amazing show for you guys tonight. We appreciate you all for tuning in again right here at Dirt and Diamonds on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Freddie B, Larry B in the house. And we're going to start things off, man, because I want to respect this man's time. You guys seen the posts already. Some of you are already commenting on it. Really excited for this, man. I was going to make a really cool little clip and everything today, but of course, teacher life and starting summer school and all that fun stuff. Couldn't make our cool little banner that goes with it, but it's all good. We are really excited to start a new segment here called Voices of the League. And what better voice to start this thing off with than a guy who is, I was listening to yesterday. All right. A dude who is so passionate, so exciting. And I just recently found out via his Twitter account, he also covers a team that is very, what should I say? Not enemies, not rivals, definitely rivals to my CBU Lancers. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to the show for his very first time, hopefully of many. He is Inland Empire 66ers broadcaster, the voice of the Inland Empire 66ers, and UCR Riverside men's basketball broadcaster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody. Steve Went. Good evening, sir.
Hi, guys. Appreciate you.
Glad to have you, Steve.
Thank you for joining us, Steve. Man.
Well, I'm excited. This is it's funny what a wild thing the social media is. I saw that you guys had started up, and it kind of it bled onto my feed, and I said, "Wow, these guys! I gotta follow this." And
you know what? Thank you, man.
I love it. This is great stuff.
Thank you, Steve. We appreciate you, sir. And again, just thank you for making the time for us. I know you're a busy man. You work pretty much every single day. So we appreciate you so much. And again, thank you for making the time for us here today. So we definitely want to respect it. We know you don't got a whole bunch of time, but it's going to be a great one. So again, thanks again. And really excited for this. And again, really cool to figure out the UCR thing. So
thank you. Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, let's go ahead and start things off, man. We got some questions for you, and we're really excited for this. So, Steve, let's go ahead and start out with your story, man. And how did you get started in broadcasting, and at what point did you realize that this was something you wanted to do professionally?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I played baseball, obviously, growing up, and baseball was always my favorite. I played basketball. I did all that stuff. But I got involved in student newspaper, student radio. But growing up, I'd sit at home watching TV with my dad, and we'd watch Game of the Week with Vin Scully and Joe Garagiola, and we just talk about baseball. And I grew up in the Bay Area, so I had Bill King to listen to, and Lon Simmons and Hank Greenwald and all these legends of broadcasting. And then at night I could get Vin Scully on the flamethrower at Bakersfield. So that was, it was always a big part of the game for me. So when I'd go to A's games or Giants games, I'd be watching the game, and then I'd be looking up in the booth to see if I could catch a glimpse of those stars too. And I played junior college baseball, and getting hurt and also kind of thinking like they merged. And so I transferred to UC Santa Barbara and got into the news media, into the sports media. and that was cool there. It wasn't a major there; it was a job there. The student media was, you got paid, and you that was J school for us. Was hey, you could get sued. So it was like, all right,
Steve, your time similar to that when Jim Rome was there at Santa Barbara.
He was there before I was. Yeah. But
Okay.
He was already a legend by then.
Cool.
Yeah, but funny Jim Rome story. He told me that when he was working at a radio station in Santa Barbara, he had that long hatred of program directors. Well, it came from Santa Barbara. His program director, he was doing traffic, and his program director said, "You find me some traffic or you're fired." He's like, "There's no traffic." So he had to make up traffic jams. So
nice. Oh, that is great.
But anyways, I got back to your original point though, so I got into the media, but baseball was always what I wanted to do. I tell people all the time, baseball is like oxygen to me. I love other things, but I need baseball. And so when I was in college, this is how old I am, I sent out cassette tapes everywhere.
Yes.
And I got a response from the Sonoma County Crushers of the now defunct Western Baseball League. And they said, we don't have a job for you. We like your tape a lot, but we don't have a job for you. I know you're from the area. Are you heading back here? We need a public address announcer. And so they hired me as the public address announcer, and the owner, he said, don't ever ask about the radio job. And because he didn't want to hear it, because he got 400 calls a day about the radio job. And so they were nice enough to hire me on in the front office because I did grunt work and got along with everyone. And next thing you know, the gentleman that left, who had been there, he's a great friend of mine. He was a wonderful broadcaster who just didn't want to do it anymore. He's a great guy named Rhett Lewis. He decided to move on. And so the owner said, "Hey, you never mentioned the radio job, so I'm going to mention it to you. You were a man of your word. How'd you like to be our radio voice?" So that was how I got the job. And then from there, I did 3 years in the Western League. It folded. I did a year in Stockton in, 03. And then I did 10 years in the Pioneer League, and then came back to the Cal League in 14 for Inland Empire.
That's amazing. And Freddie, sorry to just jump in there, dude. I'm so sorry, but this is so cool hearing him. Junior college guy. I'm a local guy.
Same. Yeah.
I played at RCC, played under the legendary I mean, you can't say enough words about the legendary Coach Kraft. Playing
JUCO
under
Bandits.
him.
We're JUCO Bandits.
That's right. Hey, right. I got to play for Laverne. I played for ULV. So out of Paris graduate here. You know what I mean? So it's like Inland Empire my whole life. So this is really cool to hear somebody who's like, you came from the Bay Area and came down here, contribute to our fan base. I mean, UCR hoops. I love it. You probably know Jeffrey Gorham. Good dude. Love that guy. Pep Fernandez. Great people. So it's really cool, Steve, to hear that. Because it's like, again, just so cool to bring somebody on that has that, like, the pedigree of down here. You capture that. So sorry, Freddie, go ahead and do your thing.
That's right.
No, it's funny.
That's all.
How Steve, you asked him how he started. Me and my brother, when we were kids, we would have the games on TV, and we'd mute the TV, and we'd have the little cassette tape recorder. And my brother and I, when we were 7 to 12 years old, whatever it was, we were broadcasting games ourselves, and that was always a passion of mine, was to be and do baseball. Obviously I same situation, junior college player, end up getting hurt, end of that. Now I'm just living the dream of talking sports, what I've always wanted to do since I was a kid, reading the box scores and learning every stat imaginable. I was the voted in high school to make it to ESPN and work on Sports Center, because I was just that big of a sports nerd, and I love it. It's driven my wife crazy, but she's put up with it this entire time as well. But let's get back to the question here. You're a girl dad, right?
Yeah, 2 girls.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you, Pete. I've got 4.
How many?
I've got 4 daughters.
Oh, okay, all right. I love my girls. They're amazing. They've grown up at the ballpark. I got the Inland Empire job when my daughter was only a couple months old. So it's funny. She was walking with me at the ballpark 2 days ago, and someone who has been at the ballpark just that long said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe she was a baby."
That's,
and I'm like,
crazy.
I know.
She's basically grown up. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time the season starts, it's a real reminder of how quickly my oldest has grown up.
That's awesome, though. Those are the moments that you'll never forget, and she'll never forget as well.
Yeah.
Every broadcaster has their most memorable moment or most memorable call. Is there a game or a call or even a player or experience or anything in your career that really stood out that you can look back on?
Yeah, it's funny. I talk to guys all the time, and they have like this crystal clear instant recall on every game they ever called, and I don't know. I'm a one day at a time person. Maybe it's an addiction that I have to treat that way. But in 2017, I did an Angels game. That was fun. I got to broadcast the Angels against Houston at the Big A. Tim Mead, who had been in charge of communications for the Angels, he's become a really good friend, and they were putting Vlad Guerrero in the Ring of Honor or whatever, and so Langston was going to be doing festivities, and so he said, "Can you jump on with Terry Smith?" And Terry was so gracious, and it was a lot of fun. But that was back in 2017, and that was awesome. That was a very memorable night. So for me, that was a big deal. That one kind of stands out because you do a lot of bus rides, you do a lot of, I don't want to say swallowing your pride because that could be further from the truth, but you grind and grind and grind, and to get a big league game was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That is so cool. Steve, another one for you, man. So you've spent a lot of time around the California League. So what makes this league special? That's something that we are so gung-ho on doing because, again, we're just two longtime fans. I mean, I graduated class of 07 on Storm Stadium's field. You know what I mean? Like, it's a special place to me. I love all of the California League. So you obviously you get to deliver. I was listening to you yesterday. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to you all week long. Freddie and I listen to you all the time.
Talk about some great calls, man. There were some great calls that you had. I think it was Friday night.
We had a couple
blow the lead, then come back and take it and win it in the ninth. That was an awesome game.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Those were tight games all week against Rancho.
They were.
Yeah, it is special. I'm a California guy. And it's funny we're talking about social media. Listen, you can't open your social media and not see people ragging on California, and it's like I enjoy the meme from Mad Men where they say, he goes, "I feel sorry for you," and they say, "I don't even think about you." Well, that's sometimes exactly California, and so if you'll see every once in a while, I'll just throw the California flag up there and leave that alone. So I love California, obviously, but no, the league's great, and I've seen it change for the better, for the worse sometimes. But a lot of great players have come through here, and so that's it's good baseball. It's knowledgeable fans. It's great weather. Who can beat it? And so. No, it's home for me, and so I love being in this league, and I love that every year in minor league baseball you get to meet tons of new people.
Yeah.
But as years progress, there's still people that are lifers like you that you end up kind of drawing closer to, and your friendships become stronger. So, yeah, I mean, and you're a lifer, an Elsinore lifer. You grew up listening to Sean McCall.
I did.
Good as they get. One of the best human beings ever.
I want to meet him one day. Sean McCall, awesome on the call, man. So thank you for that, Steve.
Yeah, he's the best. He was so great.
You talk about your years spent in the California League and watching guys progress and make their start here in single A ball. Now, out of all the players that you've seen come through the league or through, most importantly, the 66ers, and they've changed affiliates throughout the years as well. They're now members, single A affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. Is there anybody that you knew right away that, you're like, yep, this guy's going to be a superstar one day?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one guy that I thought was Joe Adele when he got to the 66ers. And I'll be honest with you, to me, Joe, I think Joe got rushed to the big leagues. Joe was coming up the same time as Brandon Marsh.
Yeah.
And Brandon Marsh and Joe were both super talented. They were super tight. They're great friends. But you could see Brandon had a little bit more intuition for the game. You saw it where it showed up most was base running and in the outfield.
Yeah.
And Joe just hit these nukes, and I think people were trying to save their jobs in Anaheim and kind of got him up there maybe before he was ready for that level. He got up there. I think he, can still be a perennial all-star. I really think he has that type of talent. But, when he got up there, he was hitting lower third of the league fastballs and lower third of the league breaking balls. Well, not many guys, if you have a lower than third fastball, you have a upper third breaking ball.
Yeah.
And so Joe wasn't seeing those guys that he could hit at the start. And credit him, he's turned himself into a good player. But so that was it. But when I saw him first come to A-ball, I was like, ooh, that's special. That doesn't look like everyone else. There's guys, a guy that's up there with the Angels right now that I'm excited to watch his future is Wilber Urania. When he was with us, I was like, this guy, his first couple outings, his hat kept falling off every time he pitched.
Throwing so hard, right?
That fits. He started just mowing them down at like 98 with a wicked changeup. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that guy. But the fun thing about it is it's not just the team you're working for that you see guys. You see other teams. So you see Corey Seager and you go, oh yeah. You see, you see Cody Bellinger. Also, they were a couple years removed in Rancho, and those Lancaster teams had Alex Bregman and I mean the list goes on with those when they were the Astros up there in Lancaster. So there's definitely guys that you're like, oh man. I worked in the Pioneer League. I had Ryan Braun. It was not shocking to see Ryan do what he did, but he had a teammate in 2005 that I was like, this guy's going to be a perennial all-star too, named Matt Gamble. And it just didn't work for me. He got up there and got hurt, and so much has to go right when you're in the lower levels of the minors. You got a lot more rungs to climb, and if you make it, like I always compare it to the mafia. Like if a guy makes it, he's a made guy. Like you don't mess with him. He went through it.
Totally get it. And that's a great. And we're gonna to steal that one, Freddie B. I'm just gonna say it, man. We're gonna have to. I like that. We're gonna have to steal that one from you, Steve. I like that. We're like the made man. I like this is true.
It's not stealing, it's sharing.
Okay, I'll take that. We'll steal it. I mean, we'll share it. I like that. No, and great stuff. So, Steve, what's something about broadcasting, or about being a broadcaster that people would actually be really surprised to learn?
Something about broadcasting that's important to me.
Yeah, or something that about broadcasting, about being a broadcaster, that people would be really surprised to learn.
Oh! I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah, I think everyone gets to see the fun part, and it's fun calling a game. That's the best. But if you work in minor league baseball, you're also doing media game notes for a few hours ahead of time, and you're making media passes for people, and you're riding on the buses. I got to go to Fresno tomorrow, which, listen, the Cal League's an easy bus league. Longest one, 6 hours. That's nothing, compared to other leagues I've been. So, but, you're on other people's time. And so, other people's fun day is still your work day. So I think that maybe is the thing. And then just the loneliness of being on the road, a week at a time, being away from your family and your loved ones. And, it's better with FaceTime and all that stuff now, but it's still, you're not there, you're not there for the kids' tournaments and the kids, not even their stuff. Yeah. You're not there for the hanging out. You come back after a week and you swear they're taller and you missed it because you have a cool job, but it's still, you missed it,
Yeah, I understand.
So, I think that's something that, no one really complains about it. You shouldn't complain because it's a great job, but it's definitely, you don't get to go to, not many people go to people's weddings if you're a broadcaster, because people get married in the summer, stuff like that. One thing, baseball's changing a little bit. It used to be like you didn't even remotely ask for a day off. No way. Now people are a little bit better about that kind of stuff.
That's good.
So that's good.
So when you need a fill-in or you want some help in the booth, you just reach out to us, and we'll be gladly get talking inning or two with you in the booth there. That'd be a dream of mine.
I know, I get it, and I always think we should have the broadcasters. We should have the little numbers in the deli with the take a number, like now serving number 800 today to say, hey, I'll do your job if you don't want to do it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what the hardest thing I think is, especially calling a baseball game, is the dead time in between pitches and in between innings. Mm-hmm. You don't. I mean, in every other sport, it's action and it's moving quickly. Mm-hmm. How do you feel? That dead time, and it takes a talent to do that and not put somebody to sleep by being too silent or just boring them with stories. Vin Scully was probably the best when it came to telling the stories and everything like that. And Steve, I watch your broadcast almost, every night. I try to tune into all the games I can, and you do a fantastic job. But before we let you go, we have a final question that we're going to air here on Dirt and Diamonds. We're going to ask this to everybody, and it is, how are they feeding you? And what is the best ballpark food you've had in any of the California League parks?
Ooh, ballpark food. Okay. Well, not counting my own ballpark, that will disqualify because I don't want to get fired and not mention our own ballpark. So I'm gonna DQ our own park. I have not been to Ontario yet, believe it or not. We don't go there till July, which is crazy. I've heard they have wonderful food, and I'm looking forward to seeing that ballpark. And the monotony of the season can wear on you. So I'm excited in July. I got something to go see there in Ontario. But listen, the OG and still champions got to be Turkey Mike's Barbecue in San Jose.
Okay.
They have they're out there with live fire, cooking that barbecue. The ribs there are unbelievable. So I think you gotta go with the champ until someone knocks him off, and that's Turkey Mike's Barbecue at San Jose.
Okay, we got to mark that one, Larry.
Right, we got to make our way up there. So again, Steve, we know you got to head out, but this was awesome, man. We just want to thank you again.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
I mean,
thank you for celebrating the Cal League.
Of course, and we're here for it. And like I said, we hope to have you back many time again. Even to talk about your UCR your UC Riverside deal, and
sure.
You're awesome. And definitely, man. So we appreciate you for what you do for the 66ers, for UCR, and for baseball fans across the Inland Empire, man. So we're just really excited for the rest of the season for you guys. And again, just really thanks again for making time for us here on Dirt and Diamonds.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
You too.
Hey, that was our first one, Larry.
That was
what do you think about that?
That was awesome.
Our first ever Voices of the League segment right there. And Steve, what a guy to join us, then having Steve Went here, local here to us, calling games in San Bernardino and UC Riverside basketball. And I've followed UC Riverside basketball. I follow all the, just like you do, Larry. We cover, everything here locally. It's just awesome to have somebody like that join us and give us what the perspective is like in different areas, not just being a player. We've talked about, we've had Jacob Fagundes on here, who was the MC for the Visalia Rawhide. And now we have Steve Went here, and I can't wait to see, who joins us next on this awesome show.
Right? Like, I'm so excited. That was a lot of fun. Again, that was our very first ever Voices of the League segment. Next time I'll have a really cool graphic to go with it and the little video and all that fun stuff. But Freddie, that is exactly what we wanted on this show. And that's what we wanted the show to become. So baseball people talking baseball. So, all right, guys, we're taking ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we are going to jump on into everything. Like, literally, that was special. We had to do that today. Now we got like 30 minutes to cram it all. Can we do it? Oh, yeah, we can. We'll do it. Be ready. So you are listening and watching Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back talking plenty more in the California League right after this.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Here at Dirt and Diamonds on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We love California League baseball, local businesses, and the communities that make this league special. Dirt and Diamonds is built around the fans, the teams, the ballparks, the stories, and the local energy that makes the California League one of a kind. We're a growing show built by baseball fans for baseball fans, and we know how much heart goes into building something from the ground up. If you own or run a local business and want to connect with baseball fans across California League communities, we'd love to help spotlight what you do. Good people, good baseball, local businesses, real community. Interested? Send us a direct message and let's grow together.
Welcome back to Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Freddie B, Larry B here doing our thing again, just one more time, man. And I don't care. I think Freddie's really getting like kind of sick of these little things here, but I don't care. I'm going to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you to Steve Went.
Yeah, that was awesome, Larry.
That was, I've been, sorry, man. Graduation, you know, congratulations to your daughter, by the way.
Thank you. That was a good night and celebrated this weekend with her. So that was awesome, man.
Pretty awesome. I know I've been saying congratulations like every 5 seconds of the last week. So I apparently I congratulated Steve right now. But thank you again to Mr. Steve Went. That was amazing to have him here on the show. So excited to have him a part of the show. And I mean, what a great guy to have for our very first voices of
Absolutely.
the league. So really excited for that. So, all right, guys, let's get on into the California League. Woo! Here we go. We got a whole bunch for y'all today. And well, we're going to start things off as we usually do, going around the league. If it'll work. Let's try that again. Going around the league. All righty, everybody. Scores and stats. Fun stuff from this past weekend. Let's go around the league. And Freddie, I'll kick us off with
please. This was awesome, Larry. Start off with this one.
Right. I'll kick us off with the South Division Battle of the Diamond. Ontario Tower Buzzers and Lake Elsinore Storm split their 6-game series 3-3, but that does not even begin to tell the entire story. Ontario came in at 29 and at 28. These guys, man, wow. I mean, Lake Elsinore came in 33-24. And the Tower Buzzers jumped out to a 3-1 series lead. Ontario won game 1, 5-4. They won game 3, 10-8 in 10 innings, and then won game 4, 9-8. But like Elsinore refused to fold. The Storm, these guys finally did something. They came out in game 5 and won 17-1. Okay, that's not what the hell, right? Then they walked it off. They walked the damn game off in game 6. Way to give Storm fans a heart attack. 8-7. And then, I mean, why not? Because we talk about him every week. Ryan Weidman, 9th inning home run. Final record after the series. Ontario finished 32-31. Lake Elsinore 36 now and 27.
Damn. Larry. Oh man, the beginning of this series was not pretty for the Storm. Blowing the first game and the way the second game was as well. I mean, they did outscore Ontario 51-33 throughout the course of the homestand, and they come away with the split was huge because losing the two. They lost 2 games in the standings to Ontario, so they only had a 2-game lead in the South. And at the same time, Rancho was beating Inland earlier in their homestand, and they, I believe, were tied at the end of Friday night, I think it was, in the standings. And then, game 5, the Storm, they took and just clobbered the Tower Buzzers. I mean, well, that and the fact that they couldn't throw strikes and all the walks and hit batters in that inning, that huge inning just really led to the game. And then yesterday, Ryan Weidman's walk-off homer, and Grandma Weidman messages me and she's like, "Did you see that?" It's like, I love that we have that communication, but huge, getting that split. They now, their magic number is just 1 to clinch. And that is because they hold the tiebreaker over Rancho. So
which is
can get it done.
No, definitely. And we want to say a big shout out to Sherry. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you so very much for being here tonight. But absolutely, man. So now let's go up to Visalia. Freddie, take Fresno Visalia. Give it to us, man. What you got?
We got another split. I mean, we had all 4 series last week split, Elsinore split, and we talked about another split here. This was another fun series, and it was completely different because, Visalia had early control in the series, and, they won game 1 and then game 2. And I'm like, okay, I thought, maybe they could. I said they're going to be a better team in the second half, and they were kind of, the way that they've been playing. And, game 4 winning 5-1, taking a 3-1 series lead. Then Fresno answers back in a big way. Grizzlies, behind Kyle Fossum's huge hit, and then game 6, a 5-1 win. They come away with the split, and they, by getting that split, are still right there with San Jose. They, 1 game is the magic number in that one as well.
Crazy, right? I mean, what a series. And Fresno outscored by Visalia 32-27. But just like that, man, the Lake Elsinore Ontario series, just like that one, okay? The run total was shaped by one massive blowout. That 15-run game in game 5, that changed the whole feeling of the week.
Yeah. Did you see those uniforms that they wore the other night? They were the sirloins and with the purple jerseys.
Those are sweet.
That was awesome, man. Those were sweet. They were awesome. I like that. I need to get one of those.
Right? We got to show. I'm telling you. And again, just big shout out, man, to the Bowling Crown Society. We always got to shout them out forever on this show. They're amazing. First ever huge guests on this show, and I know they love it. They love their shorelines over there, man. So, all right, now let's come back to the Inland Empire. We just talked to Steve Wendt. We talked to the man who delivered every one of these 6 games.
Yep,
dude. Rancho Cucamonga and the 6-Sixers gave us another split. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes in the Empire 6-Sixers split 3-3 at San Manuel Stadium. Rancho was the first 2 games. Right? They got them done, but both by the score of 7-5, by the way. Okay, game 10 innings, and Rancho came out. They came all the way back from a 4-0 deficit. Then
we'll watch that one.
That was pretty freaking sweet, right? We talked about that. So then Inland Empire answered with 3 straight wins, 6-5, 4-3 on a walk-off, and then 5-2. But the series, oh my gosh, this was awesome. With the series on the line, man, Rancho came back in game 6 and won 8-1. Rancho is now 34-29, and the 6-Sixers are now 28-35.
Yeah, Rancho had the better, full series numbers, 32 runs on 53 hits, and the Sixers had, 26 runs on 45 hits. So statistically, Rancho dominated there as well, but the 66ers had that good stretch in the middle of the week where they won the 3 games after dropping the first 2. Like we said, after the first 2 days of action this week, Rancho was tied with Elsinore at the top of the division. And then the way that the rest of the series progressed, Elsinore didn't lose any ground at all. But I mean, Rancho, that was a great series. And Steve, he calls those games solo by himself. He doesn't have, that guy, the color commentator to give him any help right there. So props to him. And he had some really great calls this weekend.
Oh, no doubt, man. He's the man. That's why I'm glad we have him on tonight's show, man. And finally, Freddie, give us the North Division Thunder. That's tonight's name of the show.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. I like that one, Larry. You know what? It's no surprise here. San Jose taking 5 of 6. Stockton, got the last one in game 6. But San Jose being the dominant team that they have been all season, and Stockton being the worst team in the California League, it went according to plan. But I mean, the number were crazy. I mean, we got games of 7-1, 15-5, 22-9,
come on,
14-9. Closest one was a 2-1 game on Saturday night, and then Stockton finally winning 7-1. But San Jose wins it 5-1 in the series. They started 32-25. They're now 37-26. Meanwhile, Stockton entered 24-33, and they're now 25-38. The worst, tied with Inland Empire for the worst in the California League right now.
They got a new half to play coming
up. But that's good thing there's 2 halves of the season.
Exactly. And that is that, right? And that's coming up. The first half is almost over, and they cannot wait. So here's the ridiculous stat, Freddie. San Jose scored 61 runs in 6 freaking games. 61. They had 75 hits. They averaged over 10 runs per game for the series.
Break these stats down even more, Larry. They had 58 runs in the first 4 games. So they only scored 3 runs the last 2 games of the series, but I mean, that's video game kind of stuff. And the crazy part is, they won in multiple ways, blowouts, slugfest. I mean, the pitching duel in game 5 was fantastic. And, great games right there. And that's why San Jose, the defending champions, look to do the same and close out in the, to win that first half in the North.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into our next segment, man. We're just going to segment ourselves all over the place today. Commercials are done. Our guest is done. And we're just going to keep on trucking now to the end of the show. This is The Big Story. All righty, everybody. Freddie, it's time for the big story. For me, the biggest story of Week 11 is simple. I'm sorry. San Jose just made the loudest California League. 5 wins in 6 games, 61 runs, 75 hits, a 22-run game, a 15-run game, a 14-run game, and then a crazy 2-1 grinded out win. That's not just offense. That's a complete team showing. It can beat you in many different ways, and that's what the Giants did this past week.
They did just that, Larry, and I'm with you. I mean, San Jose looked like the first place team, like I just mentioned, and now they're sitting atop with 438 runs scored, more than any other team in the league. And it wasn't just one guy. I mean, we had contributions from Damian Bravo, Cam Maldonado, Isaiah Burkett again, Jose Astudillo. Let me tell you about this guy. He was actually named minor league player of the week for his awesome week. And I'll go over his stats later. And I mean, Jeremiah Jenkins, Lorenzo Mayola, Hayden Jacek, we've talked about him before, Dario Reynoso, Brody Popple, all of these guys, they all made contributions. I mean, when you put up that many runs, it takes a full team effort.
Exactly. And Damian Bravo had a monster game too, man. Cam Maldonado nearly hit for the cycle in game 4. I mean, just nonchalantly almost. How do you just nearly hit for the cycle? Oh, yeah, crap. I have a cycle going on. I'm like, okay. Isaiah Burkett, we just talked about him, had the huge 3-game homer in game 3. And then obviously, again, you just talked about it, man. Jose Astudillo. This guy was on fire. And then Brody Popple won the 2-1 game with 1 swing. That's depth, man.
It is. And let's not forget and not mention anybody who did well for Stockton this weekend. They avoided the sweep, and that's what matters is, Brian Andrade, big weekend, Brayson Gudez, Bobby Blandford, Max Durrington, Josiah Romero. They all gave the Ports a strong finish, but overall, it was just San Jose's weekend.
Yeah, you can't any way you dice it up. I mean, so the big story is that I'm sorry, there's no other way to say that. I'm sorry. What is
they
this?
Were
Germany?
Giants.
Is this Germany Curacao? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, it's wow, not even fair. But look, again, so this is the big story. The San Jose Giants are still the team to beat in the North, and after Week 11, they may be the hottest team in the entire California League.
Yeah. I think they've proven that, Larry, that they, record-wise, they're very similar, but I think they're head and shoulders the top team in the league.
They are. And again, I love my Storm, but
that's why there's two halves, but they're going to win the first half. All they got to do is win one.
No, definitely.
Or a combination.
Let's get on in to Freddie's favorite segment. What's this one called?
This is the Diamond in the Rough.
All right, y'all. Here we go, California League fans. Player who deserves more shine. Now it's time for the Diamond in the Rough. This is where we obviously always highlight a player who may not get the biggest name of the week, but absolutely deserves some shine. My pick this week, I'm sorry, Freddie, I had to jack you.
No.
Jose Acevedo of the San Jose Giants, man. He may not have been the official headline over Damian Bravo or Cam Maldonado, but Acevedo was outstanding. He hit his first home run of the season in Game 2, homered again in Game 3, homered again in Game 4. I mean, hell with it. Just give him a home run before the first game.
Yeah. How do you not choose him to be the Diamond in the Rough, Larry? I mean, that's crazy.
It is. I mean, he drove in runs, scored runs, doubled, singled, and kept giving San Jose production from deeper inside the lineup. Like when a lineup is already dangerous, okay, and then a guy like Acevedo gets hot, that's when things get scary.
It is. I like that pick. I love that pick. That minor league player of the week because of that. My Diamond in the Rough is going to be Luis Mendez of the Fresno Grizzlies. Kind of, maybe not. There was a lot of great players that I could have chosen from. Kyle Fossum had the biggest swing. Ashley Andujar had big moments, but it was Mendez who really had the strong finish to the series, especially in Game 6 when he hit his first home run of the season. So props to him, getting that first bomb. He drew a walk, stole a base, scored twice, and he helped, Fresno lock down that split. Had they lost Game 6, that would have clinched the North for San Jose. So they still gave him a fighting chance there. And that's the kind of all around, kind of league kind of play you're going to get from some of these guys. Not always the big names that make the Diamond in the Rough, just a guy who really made a big impact, and he did so for his team on Sunday.
Great pick, man. So Diamond in the Rough this week, my pick, Jose Acevedo, which is basically Freddie's pick too, low key. But then he got himself another star here, Luis Mendez from the Fresno Grizzlies. Dude is a freaking monster. Those two guys right there definitely deserve this, and I am looking forward to seeing more of them. So, all right, guys, next up, I hear the barking because it's about that time for the Dirt Dog of the Week. All right, everybody, Dirt Dog of the Week, gritty player who left his fingerprints all over this past week. Freddie B.
Now we go from shine to grit, like you said, Larry. It's time for the Dirt Dog of the Week. Who's your guy? I'm gonna start with you again.
Thank you. And you know what? Again, we just talked about him. I mean, we got Freddie B texting grandma over here. I mean, look, it's Ryan Weidman of Lake Elsinore Storm. I know Storm didn't play the prettiest series, but I'm not gonna sell short the Tower Buzzers. They're actually a pretty solid team. They got some dudes. Obviously, like Elsinore right now, I'm just like, you guys are chasing something right now. But regardless, look, this dude was everywhere, though. Again, he had the 2-run double in game 3. Okay. He was creating pressure in game 5 with hits, walks, stolen bases, and runs. Then in game 6, with the series on the line, he tied the game with a 2-run single in the 5th and walked it off with a home run in the 9th. That's a dirt dog. That's a player who showed up when the week was on the line and delivered.
Larry, he also had his third 4-hit game of the season, which leads all California League players. So, I mean, Ryan Weidman has been doing a great job. And we're not even talking about the stellar defense and plays that he makes covering that wide gap in center field there at the diamond. They got a big center field, and he does a great job covering it. My dirt dog, there's actually another guy. I didn't want to go with the Storm, another Storm player, but I'm going to go with Corbin Dickerson of the Inland Empire 66ers. Now, Inland Empire, they fell behind early in this series, and Dickerson helped drag them right back into the series. Game 3 had an RBI single, scored the winning run. Game 4, sacrifice fly, and then a walk-off RBI. So he scores the winning run, then he knocks in the winning run the following night. And then game 6, hits a homer, had multiple hits, stolen base. He's gritty, clutch, everything like that. But I'm going to throw this other guy out there just because Luke Cantwell. You can't forget about Cantwell of the Storm. I mean, what he's been doing as well. He could have been an honorary pick also. So good on him. But yeah, I'm Corbin Dickerson, I think made the biggest impact for the 66ers.
I love it. Dirt Dogs of the week again. My pick, Ryan Weidman of the League Elsinore Storm, and Freddie B's pick, Corbin Dickerson of the Inland Empire 66ers. All right, guys, good stuff there. Minor league moment coming your way. Let's do this, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this, of course, is the certified minor league moment. And if anybody wants to continue to make a stab at our little mascot's name, you let us know. I love that little dude.
Love it.
It's all right, guys. The certified minor league moment. This is why we watch minor league baseball, right? So the moment that makes you say, this is why we do this. This is why we enjoy this. This is why we love this minor league. Well, we love the minor leagues and why we love the California League. So for me, again, I know, here we go, beating a dead horse again, Larry B, whatever. So it has to be Ryan Weidman's walk-off home run, in game 6 to give the Storm the win. The League Elsinore was down 3-1 in the series. Ontario had 2 chances to win the week. The Storm got blown out. No. They did the blowing out in game 5, 17-1 to stay alive. Then game 6 is tied 7-7 in the 9th. And Weidman leads off the inning and ends the series with one swing. What is he, Achilles in the Iliad? I mean, one slap of his sword. I mean, are you serious? That is baseball theater.
You can never leave a California League game early, Larry. We've seen so many comebacks and walk-offs, and I mean, just the multiple run leads blown late in games too. You can never leave. I mean, every game has been so exciting. But I'm going to go with game 1. This is the game I watched as well, side by side with the Elsinore game. For game 1 was, Inland starting this series had a 4-0 lead early in this game, and then Rancho starts coming back. Kendry Maduro hit a 3-run homer. Johnny McGill ties it. Game goes into extra innings, and you're thinking like, okay, what's going to happen here? And it's Kevin Castillo and then Marlon Quintero go back to back in the 10th, in the top of the 10th. Inland gets one back in the bottom of the 10th, and they just fell short. But that was just the kind of game that you're like, wow, this is why we love California League. I mean, it was you had a 4-0. You came back from a 4-0 lead. Then you take the lead in the 10th on back-to-back homers. I mean, you can't script this stuff, man. It's natural drama.
Yeah, 2 great ones there. Again, minor league moment of the week, y'all. My pick, Ryan Weidman's walk-off homer. Freddie B, man. Rancho's extra inning game 1 comeback. Oh, again, cinema, guys. And this is why you got to love not just minor league baseball, but the California League, y'all. So here we go. Next up is getting hot because we got The
Heat check.
All righty, y'all. Here we go. Who came out of week 11 with the bats on fire? That's what I love, man. I just love this so much. This is so much fun. So, okay, here we go, man. I got to start with Damian Bravo of the San Jose Giants. Game 2, 2 home runs, 4 hits, 6 RBIs. Game 3, 2 doubles and a 3-run homer. Game 4, more hits, more production. That is a scorching hot week. Bravo was one of the biggest engines behind San Jose's 61-run explosion.
Absolutely, Larry. I mean, Bravo is, and he wasn't even, Astudillo, we already talked about him. So Bravo, huge as well. But my heat check guy, and he's leading the league in homers. He's got 20 homers now. It's Easton Shelton of the Ontario Tower Buzzers. This guy, at least I think he's the next one getting called up of anybody. We saw, over the last couple of weeks, guys getting called up to high A ball. I think Easton Shelton's probably going to be the next name you see go, but he homers in game 3, 4, and 6, his 18th, 19th, and 20th of the season. They split the series. It's his power. I think that it is just so great right now. 20 home runs, second place in the California League right now is Kendry Maduro. He has 11. So, that's a wide margin right there. He's like, crushing.
Without a doubt, man. And Kyle Fossum of Fresno. He homered in game 1, then in game 5. He doubled to start the huge 6th inning, hit a grand slam later in the same inning. And then added a solo homer in the 9th. When Fresno needed a series to turn, Fossum, as he usually does, brought the thunder.
Oh, he did a double and a grand slam in the same inning. Give me a freaking break, dude. Come on. That's nuts. And you know what? I'm going to throw in Hayden Alvarez of Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. He wasn't just hot. He was a complete headache. I mean, he was a menace at the plate, drawing walks, stealing bases. He had doubles, triples. His speed is really what's helping him right now. He, scoring runs, driving in runs. He had a 2-run double in game 3, another double and two triples in game 4. So if you had him on, total bases, I mean, he had a huge game on total bases there. And then a big game 6 where he helped force the split, Larry. Another great choice.
Without a doubt. No, yeah, it's really, really great stuff there. And so he checked names this week. Okay, Damian Bravo, San Jose Giants, Easton Shelton, Ontario Tower Buzzers, Kyle Fossum, Fresno Grizzlies, and great stuff there at the end for you to bring up the caboose of this thing, man. Hayden Alvarez, Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, always great stuff. So, all right, Freddie B, let's go ahead and click on over to the next one, man. This is the Ballpark Reports. Okay, so that's going to be a fun blooper because I totally forgot we didn't have a ballpark report this week because I want to chop that out to make time.
I'm like, okay, I didn't get the notes for this one, Larry.
That was my fault. Sorry. I know. I had a fun one, but I said, we need to make time for Steve. You know what I mean? Like that was so it's okay. We'll do it next week.
You know what? I'll give you a quick, I know we're up against time a little bit and we'll rush through this. It was the Taylor Swift singer. I think it was at the 66ers game. After the game ended, I was watching Steve call that game, and then it went into a concert, and it was a Taylor Swift tribute band. And my kids were like, "Oh, Dad, this is not very good." But you know what? I was highly entertained. The fans stuck around for it. It's great. That's the kind of stuff you get at the ballpark. So I'm going to throw that little nugget in there for you, Larry.
Ballpark report right there. Oh, that was great. Hey, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Whatever. But anyway, great stuff there. Thank you for saving the day there, Freddie B. Short segment, fun segment. So, all right, guys. All right, we are getting up against time, but it's all good. Here we go. This is going to be another fun week, man. This is the let's see, where are we at? So these are hard to do. I always flip these around, I know, but before we get to the power rankings, we're going to get into the next week preview. Let's do it. Again, I know I flip these around sometimes. Sorry, guys, but this one just kind of makes sense. So, week 12 matchups. All right. So, let's look ahead to week 12. And now we've got some really good ones coming up. Okay. So, here are the matchups. Inland Empire Sixers are 28-35. Fresno Grizzlies, 33-30. Okay. Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, okay, at the Tower Buzzers. Rancho Cucamonga, 34-29. Tower Buzzers currently 32-31. The Lake Elsinore Storm head up north. This is going to be great, man. Storm, if you want to test, this is about as testy as it gets right now. 36-27 Storm. 37-26 Giants, defending champions, that is. And then, of course, Visalia, they are 27-36, taking on the 25-38 Stockton Ports. Freddie, give me your series of the week.
Oh, my series of the week has got to be Elsinore at San Jose. San Jose, I'm sorry, I thought their magic number was 1. They've already clinched. Yeah. So they did clinch the North. Elsinore's magic number is 1. So these are the top 2 teams in California League right now. It's going to be awesome. We've got the top, offenses for both as well. They both score a lot of runs. Both have had pretty good pitching as of late as well. You know what? Both teams, Elsinore had their struggles, but they came back and got the series split. And then San Jose winning 5 of 6 against Stockton. So I think these games are going to be really good, Larry. I don't know what to expect. I just know that Elsinore just needs to get, 1 win or a loss from Rancho to clinch. But these games are still going to be meaningful because whoever comes away and wins this series is going to have the tiebreaker and the best record in the California League altogether.
Which is amazing. That's marquee series. Like that's got to be it. That is the freaking marquee series, no doubt. My series of the week is a little bit different because it's a rivalry, and damn it, I love a good rivalry. This is Angels, this is Dodgers, this is Quakes, this is Tower Buzzers, and yes, the Quakes at Tower Buzzers this week. Rancho coming in at 34-29, Ontario at 32-31. This is a really important South Division series. Rancho just split with Inland Empire after winning the first 2, losing 3 straight, then saving the week in game 6. Ontario just went toe-to-toe with Lake Elsinore and came 1 win away from taking the series. That's pretty crazy. Okay. And with Ontario's power, especially Easton Shelton, I mean, you just talked about a little bit ago, this guy's a freaking monster. Against Rancho's speed and depth with guys like Hayden Alvarez, Kendry and Maduro, and good old Ryan Zabralowski. I mean, that series could be electric.
I like that one. That's another. It was like it's the freeway series basically, and the teams just I think recently, a couple series ago, played each other, so they're gonna see each other again here to end the first half of the season. I enjoy that a lot. Both teams finished with splits. I don't know, Larry. What do you think here? Visalia, they beat the 2 games against Visalia 20-5. I mean, they could put up runs. We know that. I think Rancho takes this series.
I think so too. This one's kind of hard. I like Rancho in this one, but you know what? This is kind of crazy. You know what? Just to be different, screw it. I'll take the Tower Buzzers because they almost beat the Storm. Devil's advocate. Yeah. Let's have some fun. Let's go devil's advocate here. Let's have some fun and not agree on something. I'm down with that. So
that's
also Visalia at Stockton is interesting because both teams need a strong week. Visalia let a 3-1 series lead slip away. The Bull and Crown Society were flipping out this week in those first couple of games, and then it just kind of crash landed. And Stockton got hit hard. I mean, again, I feel really bad for these guys. They got hit hard again, by San Jose, but finished with a really strong 7-1 win. That could be a who responds better series.
I think Visalia, they have a 2-game lead over Stockton, and they got to play better because they don't want to finish last in that division. So I think Visalia comes away, but I think it's going to be an entertaining series.
No, definitely agree. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and jump on over to that final segment, man. These are the power rankings.
All right, we're going to change it up a little bit, Larry, this week. I think last week we picked 4 teams each, and we just did our top 4. But we're going to go 1 through 8 for week 11. And this is based, on just the record, how the teams are playing right now, and just the eye test. This is, there's no rhyme or reason to how we come up with these power rankings, but let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Number 1. I mean, this is just, I'm sorry. Number 1, San Jose Giants, 37-26. San Jose has to be number 1. Best record in the league. Took 5 of 6 games. I know it was the Ports, whatever. It's like beating the Raiders right now. I get it, whatever. Okay. And they scored 61 runs and showed that they can win slugfests and close out games. Number 2, Lake Elsinore Storm. Yep. Am I right, Freddie? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, they lead the South. Obviously, we know the magic number is 1 game. The way they came back and won 17-1, and then that walk-off to get the series split. Are they going to be able to cool off the San Jose Bats after, going on that 61-run barrage this past weekend? I hope Elsinore, we could be in for some doozies of games here. Double digits, both teams. I expect a shootout.
Oh, definitely, man. I completely agree with that, man. And yeah, I mean, okay, number 3.
Number 3.
Rancho. Who you got?
Oh, sorry. Rancho. Yeah, I think Rancho's number 3.
Right, I am totally with it.
You could flip a coin on this too.
You could. They're 34-29, and Rancho sits 3rd because look, they split the series with Inland Empire 6-6ers, but they finished the week with a winning record overall and had the stronger full series numbers. Game 6 was a strong reminder of how dangerous they are.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm going to go with Fresno at number 4, 33-30 overall. They jumped up because of how they finished, down 3-1 in this series, and then win, in huge fashion, 15-4, the 5-1 win. Kyle Fossum, what he did this week, Ashley Andahar, Luis Mendez, we talked about them a little bit earlier. They got hot when they needed it. Fresno moves up to number 4.
Great. I love that. That to me is that is great. Number 5, Ontario Tower Buzzers at 32-21 right now. Ontario is 5th, and honestly, they were close to being higher. They had like Elsinore down 3-1 and played some great baseball early. They had these guys on the ropes, but the 17-1 loss and the walk-off loss to end the week will keep them here. That's for sure, and that's something I would criticize like Elsinore for heavily. So I got to criticize Ontario here.
Yeah, coming in number 6, the Inland Empire 66ers at 28-25. They're not going to finish above 500, unfortunately, but with that rough record, they still deserve credit for where they're at. They won 3 straight against Rancho, and then were 1 win away from taking the series, which was unexpected. And I think, we're seeing these guys like Corbin Dickerson and Derby Ventura, Ricardo Cova, Jorge Feliz. There's a real fight right there, and these guys are going to be tough in the second half of the year.
Oh, totally agree, man. And number 7, I know, I think this one's pretty much a given. I'm sorry, Ports. I just can't put you any higher than last. So Visalia Raw at 27-36 right now. Visalia had a chance to climb higher. They led Fresno 3-1 in the series, but could not close it out. Still, Carlos Veranda, Pedro Catoy, Jose Alperia, and Pedro Blanco gave them some strong moments.
They did. And last but not least, the Stockton Ports. They stay in 8th. And the finale mattered to them. They didn't get, a 6-0 sweep would have been rough. So they avoided that by winning that last game 7-1. Josiah Romero gave them that strong outing. Brian Andrade and Brayson Gudez showed their power. So you know what? Now they can build on that. End this series, a big series with Visalia to end the first half, and then move forward going to start the second half.
And honestly, I think that is perfect, man. So, hey, great stuff, man. Our power rankings look good. We agreed on a lot this week. I love it. Awesome stuff, man. And, well, that's going to do it tonight for Dirt and Diamonds, everybody. Again, week 11 gave us everything. San Jose dominated Lake Elsinore survived. Ontario proved that they're dangerous. Rancho saved a split. Inland Empire showed fight. Fresno stormed back. Visalia let one slip away. And Stockton, if there's anything positive to say about these guys, they salvaged the final. So that is California League baseball.
Absolutely. And again, Larry, let's not forget and give a good shout out to Steve Wendt for joining us for our first ever Voices of the League segment. I like the way we started the show with that. And then we, gave our update. It was great for Steve joining us. And we're excited to keep building that segment moving forward.
Oh, that was awesome. It was great. And again, guys, thank you very much, Steve Wendt. You are the man. And again, I know sometimes the job can be a little tough being away from the family, but you know what? I didn't want to take him from the family tonight, man, but we just appreciate him again for being here, and such a cool guy, and look forward to seeing him in person over at San Manuel Stadium soon. It'd be great to go and check it, go catch a game there, man. But absolutely. Next week, we've got another big slate. Again, Inland Empire at Fresno, Rancho at Ontario, Lake Elsinore at San Jose, Visalia at Stockton. And Freddie, that Lake Elsinore San Jose series, that might be must-watch baseball.
Yeah, first place in the North, first place in the South. That's big-time California League matchup right there. Can the Storm, beat the defending champs and become, get that number one team record for the California League in the first half of the season? I'm looking forward to it, Larry. I think it's going to be great. All the games are going to be great. The action has been fantastic, and it's just heating up as the temperatures get higher.
That is for dang sure. Freddie B, where can all these diehards find you, man?
Find me at Freddie B _sports on X, on Instagram. And that's where I'll be.
All right, let's do it, man. You can find me, Larry B, at the THEE_LB53. Follow us all as a whole, IE Sports Radio. It has been an amazing week in sports. My gosh, World Cup action right now. Iran and New Zealand just got underway. La Roja did not look like them today, but I'll tell you right now, Cape Verde, that's one strong little team. Germany doing what Germany does. Australia and U.S. is going to be like the game to watch this Friday. NHRA, shout out to Matt Hagan and Antron Brown. My gosh, Denny Hamlin wins 3 straight at the Tricky Triangle in Pocono. The college baseball, the College World Series has been incredible. But big shout out, man, to the team that just got there today, man. I mean, again, I can't say enough about. I love some good baseball. They can't say enough right now about these Texas Longhorns. That's amazing.
Yep. They had a player hit for the cycle today. We had the Stanley Cup awarded last night. The Carolina Hurricanes, the New York Knicks win the NBA championship in dramatic fashion as well. Larry, it was a great weekend of sports, but
I was, man.
You know where they can find all this, right? Right here at iesportsradio.com and all of our social media outlets. Our insiders are hard at work bringing you all the content. We're kind of changing things a little bit here at IE Sports Radio for the better. So if you want to be a contributor, if you just want to tune in, you know where to find us.
It is going to be great. Exactly. Freddie B's got it, man. Great volleyball by Taryn Rodriguez, man. Taryn Rodriguez covering all kinds of volleyball. Again, the Kings winning the United Bowl in the UFL. Lamar. Toyota wins Lamar. I mean, we can just keep going, guys. I mean, again, this is what we do here. Congratulations, Lewis Hamilton winning his first one with Ferrari at the Spanish Grand Prix in Formula One. I mean, again, guys, we are just so excited for everything here. So, again, check us out, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, for Freddie B, I'm Larry B. This has been Dirt and Diamonds right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Keep that dirt flying, and we'll see you next pitch.